So many kids ask me about content creation, bro. So many kids in investment banking. My first reel got like 300,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, so that definitely helped a lot.
This is Mitchell Saron, the Olympian and social media influencer.
I went through that huge health metamorphosis where like I quit drinking, I fell down the rabbit hole of health and wellness, completely new Mitchell, always the finance bro, frat star. When I was at the Olympics, it's like, I felt like I was gonna die. I was like, holy crap, like this is so cool. Like no one ever gets to feel this.
Are these 2 phones here?
2 phones. Guess which one you're in. If you hit 10K steps a day, you burn 500 calories. You're burning 400 to 500 calories. So a lot of colleges in the US, unfortunately, it's the same food company that supplies like US prisons with the food. When you start switching to the whole foods, you're gonna just naturally be in a caloric deficit at the start. The thing on top about our food supply now is that our soil, especially in the US, is fully compromised. So produce is 50% less nutrient dense. So less vitamins, less minerals that we need.
So why would these companies do this to us?
Cut corners. It's all about profit. You know, I was a degenerate, bro. I went sober for a full year. I literally went from blacking out, like not just like, oh, I drink 4 days a week, like blackout.
Wow, at Harvard is crazy.
Because I was like, yo, I'm going to win a gold medal and then like, I don't have to go to investment banking.
Yeah.
A limited amount of time on earth. You can build systems for yourself to maximize every single day. Every day is an opportunity to get better.
They give you a number for what you would make in that first year coming back.
You know, 200 grand.
And Mitchell Saron, thank you for coming on the Doobcast. Second ever, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Fun fact, we were recording and the audio is all messed up. So
Take
we're
2.
back. Take 2.
Take 2. Here we go.
All right. So we did a staring contest. We'll redo it. We do a competition on the Doobcast to see who asks the first question. The loser has to do it. You ready to go?
Yep.
Now I know
Round
that you're
2.
prepared. Here we go. 3.
First one, for the record, first one, I lost. So.
It was good. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Did you close your eyes this time before?
Yeah, I did. But they're still so dry because the lights kind of just like burn.
Oh my
yeah, the lights burn.
God,
The lights burn for sure. All right.
Dude, that's so bad.
All right, you can ask the same question.
No, I'm not asking the same question.
Okay, yeah, change it up.
I'm going to change it up.
What you got?
Okay. All right, if I could click a button
Okay.
to make you permanently happy always happy, would you want to click that button?
No, never. Because I think happiness is
Here we go.
the contrast of happiness and sadness, right? Does that sound stupid? I mean, like
I don't know the answer.
Like, what is the definition of happiness without sadness? I feel like you can't just always be happy.
True.
Does that make sense, though?
Yeah. I mean, the way that I look at it is, you know, happiness is just like, you know, a chemical reaction in your brain. Most people you ask this question, most people you ask this question to, usually start with, hey, would you want to be happy all the time? They'll be like, oh yeah, of course. Then you go, okay, I can put a little chip in your brain. It'll make you happy all the time. And they're like, oh, wait, I don't want to do that. And then, you know, the revelation is supposed to be, you know, we don't want happiness. We want purpose. We want purpose in life, not just to be happy all the time, because that's fake.
Yeah. Like, I would rather, yeah.
Happiness is a choice.
Yeah, happiness is just like dopamine and like serotonin, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Just got deep early.
Deep start
on
to the
Doobcast.
podcast. So deep, bro. You can't see us.
All right. Mitchell Saron, little brief outline. Ridgewood High School, Ridgewood Maroon. That's how we know each other.
Yep.
Harvard Crimson.
Harvard Crimson. Same color.
Oh, is it Crimson or Crimson?
Harvard Crimson.
Crimson. So it's like a little Z on the other. Okay. And then Olympic fencer, now influencer. What's your favorite section of that time?
The next one.
The next one.
The next one.
You're
always coming next.
Forward-thinking guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Harvard. Let's start with that.
Yes.
Graduated Ridgewood High School in 2019. Entered college 2019 fall. How was your 4 years at Harvard?
Very interesting. A lot of highs, a lot of lows, but very much enjoyed my time.
Academically, how was it?
Academically, you know, Harvard is a place that people think, oh, it's so hard. Like, once you're in there, you're fucked. Bro, there's so much grade inflation. Like, you can coast for sure.
Yeah.
I graduated, I think, with like a 3.8.
Really?
And I very much fucked around and, like, you know, found the path of least resistance. There's classes that, you know, obviously it's Harvard. Like, there's geniuses walking around. There's so many kids like that. The professors are amazing. There's classes where you can really push yourself. There's classes where you can, you know, formulate new fucking mathematics shit. I wasn't in those. I wasn't trying to pick those classes. Yeah. But, you know, depending on how you stack your schedule, there's 2 components. One, there's a lot of grade inflation. If you show up, you do your work, you do some form of studying, and you show that you put effort, for most classes, and you have some form of minimum IQ, you're going to get a B, which is crazy.
I think that was kind of similar to Ridgewood as well.
Yeah.
Like if you just like show up, do your homework, and like semi-study for tests, you can get it done. And I think like most colleges are like that now too. Like especially when you're paying for it. Like I find that like the private schools, like you're there, you're paying for this college, like they're not gonna want to fail you. They're taking your money. Whereas like I have friends that go to more public schools, and it's just like it's more serious. Like you have to do well.
Yeah. Also, I mean, schools like Harvard are very concerned about their graduation rate.
Exactly. Like they're not going to just be like, all right, we're going to fail this kid. Now your graduation goes down and the kid transfers.
Yeah.
So that's funny that you kind of notice the same thing there. All right. And then we move to the Olympics. We're just going to do like rough outlines and we'll get more deep into each thing.
Okay, get deep.
Olympics.
I got stories from each
Okay,
chapter, from each season.
I like that. Yeah, there's seasons. All right, Olympics. It was the
2024, so Paris.
2024 Paris Olympics, fencing, saber.
Saber. You remembered, bro.
I studied, dude. Come on. Yeah. Saber fencer. Tell me how the experience was there. How was the 2024 Paris Olympics for Mitchell Saron?
There's a lot.
It's a broad question. Broad question.
Yeah, there's so many stories I could tell you from that. We could have like 3 hours of a podcast about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I'll give you the quick political correct spark notes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a dream of going to the Olympics since I was like 10 years old. I started fencing in like 3rd grade because I was super obsessed with Star Wars. I wanted to be a Jedi. Mm-hmm. Got brought to a fencing club. One of the top ones was like right near Ridgewood, so that was fire. Yeah. But I went to the 2012 Olympics, and I've been wearing this wristband ever since.
2012 Olympics as a fan, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So I was 11. So I'm 11 watching Olympic fencing, and then that's where the dream started. So I told myself I'd wear this until I qualified.
Did you wear it every day?
Yeah.
No.
It definitely came off a lot, like between the ages of 11 and 16.
Okay.
But after Rio, I went to Rio also with my dad and my sister.
So that was the next.
After
Olympics.
I watched as a spectator again, and I was like, I'm gonna keep this on, and I want to qualify for the Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a dream of like forever. So
that's inspirational.
Incredible, and that's pretty cliche. A lot of Olympians have that story, but it was cool that I got to go there. I had that dream since I was 10. Very much a thing I could always look on during the Olympic qualification season, like your past selves looking at you, man. Like,
did you keep that on during the actual Olympics?
Yeah, competed with on.
Wow, yeah. I love that. All right, now influencer. Would you say it's the hardest part?
Dude, honestly, it's it's pretty overwhelming. Most people think I don't do anything all day, but I mean,
we're unemployed though. You have to. We're unemployed.
Yeah, I used to like making that content, like, oh, I'm the unemployed friend, but now I'm like, I don't even know if I want to rip that type of stuff because, dude, like, I mean, you're in the content space too. It's a lot. It's a lot more grinding than people think. I definitely showcase more lifestyle stuff, and it's easy to look at my account and be like, this kid doesn't do fuck this kid.
But like you're setting up your food, just like setting up the camera angle.
Yeah, there's so many things that go behind the scenes, and also just so many things kind of outside of content that I'm doing, and I'm trying to do a better job of showcasing it somehow of like what I actually do day to day.
And would you say that most of the things that you're doing day to day is because you're an Olympian, or would you say because of content?
This year, I definitely put fencing like lower on the totem pole of my responsibilities this year, and like fully doubled down on content this year.
Because you would never know that based off of your content because you've always kind of stayed away from Olympic stuff. I feel like
I don't
not Olympic stuff, but fencing stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like I compared to most other Olympians in niche sports, like their whole content's about their sport. I don't really. Sometimes I put it in.
That's me. Too much lax on my content. So here's the Doobcast.
True.
All right. So what would you say that is the hardest part of actual content creation then?
There's a lot of hard parts. I would say 2 things, like, having all these variables in your head throughout the day. So ideation, like editing, seeing the big picture, seeing like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
But the thing that sucks about, and you're in long form, which I need to get myself in the fucking long form. But the thing that sucks about short form is it's awesome because that's where the virality is. So you can, you see people all the time the last 4 years, like their lives change in like overnight. 2 months, 6 months, 1 year. Yeah. Haktua podcast.
Haktua.
Yeah.
No, what was it? The Haktua coin?
Yeah.
Is that what
to a coin or something? But anyway, short form, insane growth can happen. But the thing is that, I post a video, it does amazing. I get a shit ton of followers, dope. But then the video's basically gone in 3 days. Like no one's rewatching it. Yeah. So it's this constant beast you have to feed.
Yeah.
Just wake up and I have to feed the beast. It's never over.
And what would you say is the most time consuming thing in your content creation world?
That's a good question.
Like for me, definitely is editing because of long form. But in the short form, what would you say?
Yeah. I mean, I could speak about this more, but there's definitely a lot of more aspects now that have changed in the last 5 months of my content creation. You could call it like job. My in terms of my content creation business, where there's a lot of stuff now I'm doing that doesn't involve like just straight content creation.
Yes.
Like, so I have other endeavors now that are connected to content creation. But just speaking on content, in terms of time consuming, I guess you could say editing is still a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's editing, I have 2 accounts now. It's like, editing for a post every day on one account, editing for a post every day.
What is it?
Like 4 times
Saron Munch?
Mitchell Mux.
Mitchell Mux.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that come up on my Instagram reels the other day.
Really?
Yes.
I
love that.
Algo's pushing it.
All right, so going back to the high school days, graduated Ridgewood High School 2019. How would you say you were as like a student? Would you say that you would have gotten into Harvard if you didn't have fencing?
No, I'm a recruited athlete.
You're a recruited athlete. Okay.
Yeah.
You give us this little diagram. I liked what you did earlier.
Oh, yeah. So there's a diagram. It's basically like for parents or for kids who want to go to a good school, or parents who want their kid to go to a good school. But in terms of components, when you're applying for college, you have your grades in high school, you have your standardized tests, extracurricular. So sport, and you're the president of something, or you do philanthropy work, whatever. Most people think these schools are looking for not maxed out stats, but this in terms of the skill tree, like in Skyrim or something, like a circle like this. And it goes pretty deep into those things in terms of being maxed out. But what they're really looking for is, a good amount in both things, but then one of those things you really double down on.
Yeah.
So everyone at Harvard and a lot of top schools, they have their thing that got them in. So that could be their sport. They started a business already in high school. They wrote a book. They figured out some fucking math theory or something. Yeah. Or the other one is that their parents are super rich.
Yeah.
They bought a building or something.
Would you say the adapting to college was a pretty hard thing, or how was that?
For school, it was fine. I was able to, the grades, going to classes was fine. But
wait, what is fencing? A winter sport?
For college, it's technically a winter sport. But, at Harvard's one of the top fencing schools, and, 60% of the college team were juggling Team USA international fencing.
Oh, really?
With college fencing. But the college fencing season is the springtime. Fencing season is the whole year, basically, man. It's, October. And if you qualify for our postseason, you're going until the summer.
Wow. Would you go to school early or no?
No, but we didn't get a spring break, and our winter break was cut short a bit. It was still a pretty long winter break.
So it's just like your normal D1 sport, kind of.
Yep.
But don't you guys play outside of Division I teams?
Do we compete against outside? Do we compete against
D3 schools? Yeah.
Yeah, we compete against D3.
Because I see on the Stevens, we'll play Clemson and Army in fencing. Yes. But I don't know if they win, but they do win.
I've never competed. We never fenced you guys.
Never fenced the Ducks?
No, I never fenced the Ducks.
The Ducks would probably lose that.
But we do. It's not just, we don't exclusively compete against you, and I'm pretty sure. I actually didn't even put that together until you brought that up.
Yeah, no, because
I never realized
it's a big deal. We're
because most of it was D1, but then I realized, some of the schools were not all D1.
Yeah. So then, what would you say was the hardest team that you guys would play then? Because I know that you have a couple national championships, right?
The top schools for fencing are usually Harvard, Princeton, Columbia, Notre Dame.
So the smart, white schools.
The posh schools. Yeah. The waspy schools.
So take me through that career for you. You started, I'm assuming, what does that kind of look like? Is someone starting, people riding bench, or?
Oh, how college fencing works?
Yeah.
College fencing is very different than pro fencing or the fencing.
Because you have a bunch of people on your team.
It's really different. And I honestly, I think it's kind of stupid, the setup, but it's
So how many people are on a roster for fencing?
It depends. The Notre Dame team is huge, bro. 40 something, I would say. Maybe I'm incorrect.
And do those guys have scholarships or no?
So the Ivy League schools don't offer athletic scholarships.
Yeah.
But Notre Dame does offer.
They do.
Scholarships.
So if I'm a decent fencer, I'd rather go to Notre Dame because I know I'm getting
save the money. Yeah. The girls team and the guys team all together was 20 something, but the Notre Dame team, guys and girls together, is maybe 50, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. That's nuts. Yeah. So then, and how does a meet work? So if you're, because you have 3 different types of fencing. You have the saber. Take me through.
Foil,
because that's the...
Epee. They're all different sports. They're all different rules. They're all different gear.
So when you were talking to me about the fencing team, were you saying the sabers?
All of us.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying...
All foil, It's foil, epee saber, so all of us.
All right, so then the saber team, or how many people would like actually fight for sabers per
I could go
match?
through it, but no one's gonna want to listen to that. Basically, it's just like all of our best guys fence their best guys, and then it's like whoever has the most wins.
But you have a national championship, right?
Yes, we do.
And is that the whole team, or is that just you?
Funny enough, fencing and I believe skiing are the only two schools in the are the only two sports in the NCAA where the men's and women's NCAA championship is combined. Actually,
Oh, wow.
They're actually for fencing. They're actually splitting it up. I think next year.
But do you have individual national champions?
And the individual. So it's a team one and individual.
And what's on your wall?
On my wall, I never won an NCAA championship individual. I only competed once though.
Going into Olympics, that fencing career continues. How did you know that was going to continue? Did you have to try out for the Olympics or?
Swimming or track, they're Olympic to qualify. So the Olympics are like in July and August. Bro, for those sports, it's one day. It's literally a tournament in June, the Olympic trials. So like if you have diarrhea that day, if you have a broken foot, like tough luck. Like you got to show up that day. So it's one day, all ride or die.
So if someone played really bad, but they're like insanely good, then
No, bro.
don't make it.
They have to show up that day. For sports like swimming and track, you have to do well that day. For fencing and a lot of other sports, the way our qualification system works is that the year before the Olympics, everyone the point standings are 0.
yeah.
And then over the course of a year, or like it's whatever, 11 months or something, there's a bunch of tournaments, and then you have to be top. There's a couple of your country has to qualify a full team, but who's ever top 4 in the nation right before the Olympics goes to the Olympics. So it's you have to be top 4 in the nation before the Olympics, essentially.
So that's saying a lot for you. Damn. That's
Thanks, bro.
insane. Qualified for the Olympic team, the top 4 Sabres. Take us through the journey of the Olympics in 2024.
In the individual event, wow, I don't know what place I think I got like 13th or something.
How many out of how many?
I think I should know this. I should know
Come
this.
on, lock it
I
in.
think like 45 people qualify for the individual event, maybe 50.
So you did pretty good for the individual.
Yeah,
I would
you could say like I left the tournament like top, technically I left 13th in the world.
Obviously, the goal was to get the gold.
Yeah, and then team event we choked. It was horrible.
Okay. So
Team event was like, bro, I'm not kidding, bro. If I could go back, if you could talk to myself a month before the Olympics, obviously everyone has, in the individual event in fencing, like, oh, yeah, I'm going for gold.
Mm-hmm.
But in fencing nowadays, in the last 3 years, it's become very unpredictable in the individual saber event. Like, it's March Madness every tournament.
Yeah.
Like, the number 1 seed can lose the 64 seed all the time. Yeah. So it's like really hard, like from a betting standpoint, like if you were to bet money.
Yeah.
It's you can't bet money on who's going to win that thing on any of the World Cups, on the Olympics, on World Championships, because nowadays it's so flippity flop who wins stuff. It's March Madness every time. The team event is consistent usually.
Yeah.
But bro, we were crushing it all year, like unstoppable. All 4 of us were Harvard.
Oh wow.
The whole team was Harvard. Insane chemistry.
Jesus.
We were clapping everyone all year. If you had asked me, like, Mitch, like, would you bet like your leg, like, to exchange like $1 million
That you get a gold, like
that we got not just medal, that we get gold, I would have been like, yeah,
really.
dude. Like it was like done. It was like this is gonna happen. But bro, we had it was a crazy upset.
And who lost? Who did you guys lose to?
We lost 45-44 to Iran.
Get Iran.
Yeah.
Wow.
Came back heroes, especially after the current political climate right now.
Oh,
Yeah, bro, we let our country down.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did they do?
They got 4th.
Okay, so they did
lost
decently.
for the fight for the medal, the
Okay.
bronze, because there's not a tie for bronze.
Wow. So because I've seen some of your videos and like I kind of know this story, but would you say that was one of the hardest things you've ever dealt with?
Bro, yeah. I had a lot riding on that medal, bro. Because I was like, yo, I'm going to win a gold medal, and then, like, I don't have to go to investment banking.
Yeah. So
I had I put all my eggs in that
Got
basket.
it.
I was like, I'm going to leave. I had a lot of, and I could talk about that too if you want to hear. But I had a whole marketing thing planned, and, like, I was going to leave like a hero. And
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, then I don't have to go back to investment banking. I don't have to go work in finance. I'll figure this out.
You put a lot riding on that gold.
A lot riding on that, bro.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Investment banking. You said you wanted to do that.
Investment bank.
You did it.
I did do it. I was Bateman.
You were Bateman.
Patrick Bateman.
What's the story? Why
I
did
gotta
you...
give you a clip to put on this because I have some crazy pictures of me like during that job that were hilarious.
All right, so you wanted to be an investment banker. You were an investment banker for your 2B senior year summer. as a intern, but I think the journey kind of started earlier. What was that kind of?
Bro. I mean, I wanted to do that job since I was like 10. It was like messed up. I always had a 5-year plan. I always saw my life 5 years out ahead. I knew where I'd go to school. I knew what I'd do in fencing. I knew when I'd take the year off to train for the Olympics. But, like on my freaking Harvard application, they give you like a bunch of lines to write like potential career path. So when you apply to Harvard, you write your potential career path. I only put one down, investment banking. I knew what I wanted to do.
Jesus.
I knew where I wanted to intern. I knew whatever. But I did the summer internship, like great job, like dream job. Grinded that summer, wore all the nice suits. I loved it.
Did you commute from Ridgewood? Or did you get
I lived in the city.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that year I lived in the city. But, all my friends at, Harvard, we all were fucking investment bankers. Like, it was like, oh, we're Patrick Bateman. We would work till 6 a.m. and, like, glorify it, like, and then go to the Harvard Club and sauna in the morning and then go out and then live in that, the city with no sunlight, no grounding.
Jesus.
And processed food. Gained so much weight that
Did you really?
Bro, I was so fat.
Oh, wow.
But I loved it. And I was like, and then I got the return offer.
Got the
I
RO.
was like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this for 2 years and then go to distressed private equity and then go to a distressed hedge fund. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I was always chasing money. But then went through a pretty big metamorphosis my senior year of college and the year before the Olympics. But I got the return offer. So this is right before I'm about to be a senior at Harvard. The way it works is you get your return offer unless like you're an idiot or you really mess up something at some like, one of the parties.
Yeah. Sounds like you have an example.
But I was like, thank you. Like, obviously, I want to take this. Will you give me a year off so I can train for the Olympics full time? Go full time for you. They go, let me think about it. They go, of course, Mitchell, do it. We'll see you in 2 years. You come back for your full time position. I go,
wow,
wonderful.
Jesus, did they give you a number for what you would make in that first year coming back, or is that not?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Is that something we put out there? Or?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I only applied actually. I don't think anyone on this podcast cares about boutique banking versus bulge brackets. So I won't go into it. But anyway,
intern Sanford wants to know what that is.
Yeah, I can give you the rundown. First year analysts at the investment bank I was working at, I think during COVID, and funny enough, during COVID the financial markets were booming, so kids were
insane
during then. But like they walked home as 23-year-olds that year with like $200,000.
Jesus, so you turned.
So bonuses were fat that year.
Wow. At what point did you know you were going to turn this down? Because you had that window. Did you know like early into your Olympic training or?
About halfway through the Olympic qualification process, I had gone through a pretty big metamorphosis in terms of my values and like even my day-to-day schedule. I started meditating and shit. Yeah. Very eye-opening stuff. Halfway through I was like, holy shit, I have an investment banking job. Like I'm supposed to start in like 8 months. Like I don't know if I can go back to that. Yeah. Like I'm so different now. Everything's changed. Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I'll figure it out when I get there. But as we start getting close to the Olympics, I'm seeing a lot of content creators. I fell down the health and wellness rabbit hole. I was like, yo, I should start posting content. Like I hope I qualify for these Olympic Games. And I have a crazy health thing now. I'm only 23. Like most 23-year-olds are out partying. Like I have a lot to make content about. And then I was like, all right, we'll see. Let me focus on qualification first. Once I started making the content, I started realizing how much my values had changed, and I saw the potential of us winning a gold medal. Yeah, I had this huge image in my mind. I was like, we're not going back.
So the influencing wasn't because I'm going to make more money than investment banking. It's just your values completely changed.
Yes.
And when would you say that your like influencing kind of started, and when did your healthy eating start?
My healthy eating started July or August of 2023. One of the biggest needle movers was my alcohol consumption started to be reduced like right at the start of Olympic qualification, like a couple weeks before the first tournament that counted for the Olympics. And that moved the needle a lot, which I did not realize would happen.
So alcohol, everyone is talking about how it causes cancer, how it's terrible.
Yep.
What is your opinion on the alcoholic substance?
I was a degenerate, bro.
I know. I've seen some videos. This kid used to be a Ridgewood ledge.
I'm on the Mount Rushmore of Ridgewood Crimson, bro.
God damn it.
But yeah, I mean, I used to crush it, bro. I was the boy. But I mean, no, it was too much. And
too much ethanol in this.
Yeah, it was too much. And, people say, oh, a little bit of red wine is good for you. It's fully come out.
I don't think that's true.
It's all done. Like, it's not good. There's no level of alcohol that's good for you. I'm not a loser. I understand. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, everyone has to go sober 100% of the time. Yeah. But I definitely think people should significantly reduce their alcohol consumption.
You started...
I went sober for a full year.
Really?
I literally went from, like, blacking out, like, not just like, oh, I drink 4 days a week, like, bro, blackout. Like, I would just be like, let's fucking go. Like,
wow, at Harvard is crazy.
But then also, I mean, you grew up in Ridgewood too. Like even when we come back, there's always fucking shit here.
Yeah.
So like
Little Mac Murphys.
Yeah, Ridgewood, Harvard. When I'm traveling to the tournaments, like huge partier, and then I essentially went cold turkey for a year.
And do you continue to drink or just not?
Very rare. It's very I actually want to include this more in my content because most people assume I'm just completely sober.
Yeah.
I would say I'm very much just sober, man. Like I drink. It's 2025, so it's August of 2025. I've probably drank 3 times this year. I make sure.
When were the times? I want to know your 3 times.
Okay. And it's always 100% agave tequila. Usually, so no beer.
Okay.
Like that's like the healthiest thing to drink.
Yeah.
You could say. When were the times? Our first week when I moved into like that health content house.
So the health content house.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I think they're gonna get mad if I bring it up, but whatever.
Really?
But yeah, like our first week, it's like the healthiest, probably the healthiest 24-year-olds in the
100%,
US. Like
100%.
24, 25. We all move in together to make content. It's the second day we're there, like we go out and I'm like, dude, what are we doing? And then like one of them was like, we got to do some team bonding first before we can dial in the content.
So where'd you go to the bar?
Right. It was Charleston, so we just went out. It wasn't it honestly wasn't like a crazy night.
All right, so that's one.
I visited New York City maybe in February or March and drank a little there. Actually, I hope the Olympic coach doesn't watch this. In Rio, we went out. I went out in Rio.
Okay.
I was in Rio in June. And when I was in LA, in January, February, March, in April. In April, yeah.
What brought you to LA?
You know who I actually drank with there? I drank with Hannah Dosher.
No way.
Yeah.
The Ridgewood Ledge.
Yeah. Also on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
On the Vogue Mount Rushmore, Dosher.
So where did you guys go? To like the club or something?
So you know the song Hotel California?
I know like Hotel California.
Yeah, that song.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You ever listen to the lyrics of that?
No.
The song's about like this hotel that people go to and they like keep you trapped there and like
Okay.
it's a very famous hotel where like directors and actors and actresses go.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's fair. That's fair. Are you like still going out to the bars, or are you just
No, I mean the way I view going out now, it's like very special occasions.
like, are you going out sober? Is basically what I'm asking.
No, I mean Olympic qualification year, I was like, I'm gonna learn how to go out sober, and I tried a lot, and I really tried, bro. Midnight would come, and I'd be like, holy shit, this sucks.
Hey, you realize it sucks, dude.
Yeah, I tried to figure out if there was a concept where you could go.
Like you're not going to
a
a local
club.
dive.
Like I tried to go to I would go to clubs in New York City with like people until like 3 a.m. sometimes sober.
Who's calling me right now? I'm on Do Not Disturb. A girl.
Ooh, who is it?
No, she has a boyfriend. Don't worry. What's
going on there, bro?
We're moving on. We're moving.
Dude,
no, she's my friend.
She's
She's my friend. She's my friend. Should we answer it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we'll answer it. Oh, it's
that would have been a fun FaceTime.
That would have been kind of funny. All right, what would you say that your diet kind of consists of in your day to day now?
So last time we did some content together, I was full animal based.
Yeah, you were 100%.
100% animal based.
That's
Except
still out.
So no.
Oh, really?
Definitely changed now. So if you don't know, animal based is the diet coined by Paul Saladino. I actually have support. I went to be with Paul Saladino in Costa Rica. I got to see his house.
I've been seeing that content. Is
dope.
that your homie now? Is like, could you call him up? Is he on speed dial?
Do I have his number? No, I didn't get his
You could get it. Oh, you got to get his number.
He's the boy.
He probably
though,
doesn't
man.
use his phone much.
Yeah, he
so.
doesn't use his phone. There's a lot of crazy stuff about that guy too. I could talk about, but
We'll out Paul Saladino on the pod.
Actually, no. It's actually, they say never meet your heroes. I've met my heroes in my life, and a lot of them have let me down. He's one of the few people that exceeded all expectations.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable guy.
That's great.
Insane. Unbelievable human.
Shout out to you, Paul Saladino.
Shout out Paul. But anyway, I was full Paul coded. Anything that man said, I believed.
Okay.
The only things that definitely were different between my diet and his last, or is it 2 years now, was I included fermented vegetables, which he doesn't really do. He approves of them, but he doesn't really. So kimchi, sauerkraut, and I included cacao. And cacao is a bean. He doesn't eat beans. Those were the 2 things that are different. But everything else, I was Paul. So grass-fed meats, organs, raw grass-fed dairy, fruits, honey, maple syrup.
So that's what you would eat every single day.
Dude, basically,
And
bro.
then what has
Obviously, there were
changed
some days
since?
off. Now, I'm much more holistic. I include a lot more vegetables now.
Really?
I include white rice time to time. I'm much more open to having cheat meals. I don't really view them as cheat. I don't like that word. But I'm much more just whole foods now.
Okay, so
And I include a lot more fiber now than I used to. And tons of more veggies and shit.
what is the reason for this diet for anyone that doesn't know? I mean, for you and me, we've had this conversation, but I'm sure there's somebody watching that
90% of our food is processed.
100%.
It's just full of things that aren't supposed to go in your body. And
What is the definition of processed for someone that doesn't know?
Your goal if you want to, fully dial in your health, is to go to food that's been the least touched from its original form in nature. And it sounds simple, but it's so hard to actually find food like that. You turn the ingredient labels around for a thing. You think you're just buying beef. You think you're buying fruit. You think you're buying this. And anything prepackaged, you turn around, there's a bunch of things you can't pronounce.
Yeah. I mean, I think a good example is like peanut butter. I thought peanut butter was always just like peanuts.
No.
Every single peanut butter, I swear.
Always. Oil. And then the thing on top about our food supply now is that our soil, especially in the U.S., is fully compromised. So if you go to the grocery store, 50 years ago, on average, the same produce is 50% less nutrient dense. So less vitamins, less minerals that we need every day to, hit a certain amount of recommended daily intake for vitamin A, vitamin E, whatever, et cetera, to balance your hormones, feel good. And that's also why people are hungry nowadays, because our body realizes, our food isn't as nutrient dense.
So why would these companies do this to us? Like, what is going on with this?
I mean, it's cut corners. It's all about profit. So, I mean, the easier you make the supply chain, which involves cutting corners, the more greater, margin you'll have, the less cost of goods sold. Also, industrial farming, if you keep fucking up the soil, it's easier to grow stuff. You spray it with stuff, but then the soil becomes less nutrient dense. It's deficient in magnesium, a bunch of stuff that we need.
Yeah, it's actually insane when you think about it. And there's like lobbies and literal Congress to like.
Yeah, bro.
I think more and more people are becoming awake to this.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think a funny.
Which is good.
Yeah, it's great. Like a funny thing for me is like the food pyramid.
Yeah.
In elementary school, like I still remember those classes of like the carbohydrates being like so big on the.
Yeah, it's the bottom.
Right. What was like the?
It's grains.
Okay.
Like pasta, breads.
Yeah.
And then it's vegetables. And then I want to say
it was like little dairy, little protein.
Yeah, that was
right?
on the side, right?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that one.
Insane. Like I still remember that. Like I need more carbohydrates in my meals.
Yeah.
And couldn't we literally go without carbs? Like.
Yeah, I mean. So my philosophy on like the carbs and everything has also changed. There's nothing wrong with true traditional bread. There's nothing wrong with true traditional pasta. But bro, like you're not gonna find good bread or pasta. Yeah. Like, and people, you cut those things out, especially in the U.S. traditional carbs, and you get your carbs only from vegetables and fruit. It's so much easier to lose weight. It's so much easier to feel better because it's just basically gonna be the least amount of processed stuff you can get. That's why the animal-based diet is so popular, because people find the most benefit from it, because it's essentially an elimination diet. It's clean meats, clean fruits, clean veggies sometimes, and clean dairy if you can tolerate it. And then people start thriving because they're just eliminating. Then one of the biggest problems too is that our insulin in the U.S. is spiked all day
because we have so much sugar.
Yes, and so many. It's because the fucking food pyramid. Because everyone's meals are carb heavy, and that leads to so much heart disease. And people demonize saturated fat, but it's really because our fucking insulin sensitivity is so fucked in the U.S. People wake up, the first thing they have is a bagel, Taylor ham, egg and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
Still eat those pretty too often on Saturday mornings.
So then that skyrockets your insulin, and then at lunch you have a sandwich, and then at dinner you're having pasta. So your insulin the whole day is, you're having all these carb crashes.
Yeah.
And then and there's nothing wrong with carbs, but all of the carbs today are just so processed. Instead, if you start your day, with a high fat meal, high protein, you're gonna be way more satiated. So you start, your breakfast with some avocado, some pasture-raised eggs, a little bit of yogurt. Your body's going to be burning fats, and that's much a more sustainable, slow-burning thing, and you're going to find your energy levels like this instead of like this throughout the day.
Yeah. For a young 21-year-old out there, he's sitting there watching this.
Yeah.
What should he do to get in better shape, and what should he do to make his diet better?
Yeah, I mean, the simplest, for a 21-year-old, and I'm assuming they're also very similar to us. I don't even know if I want to say reduce your alcohol intake because they're not going to listen to that.
Yeah.
It's too hard. So we're going to skip that one.
So,
but
reduce.
Or at least have some form of system for it. Or figure out how you're going to start reducing it. Or at least start picking your weekends.
Pick your weekends.
Pick your night.
All right, pick your weekends, because this is an overweight human.
There's an overweight.
We're talking to an overweight human.
Okay, you can start with 80-20, 80% whole foods most of the time.
Okay.
If you can start doing that and prioritizing protein, you're going to be so much more satiated. You're going to be able to build more muscle. You're going to be able to retain more muscle. And it's just easier to lose weight because you're just going to be more full once you start eating nutrient-dense foods.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, stick, pick some form of elimination diet like animal-based. Just stick with most of the time, clean meats, fruit, veggies. That does so much for you. And get calcium. Some form.
Should they be counting their calories in their day-to-day?
In the beginning for someone overweight, I wouldn't recommend. I don't think it's necessary to count calories in the beginning. Honestly, unfortunately, like by the numbers, counting calories, it's just thermodynamics. Like you will lose weight.
Yeah.
But for most people who are overweight, if they start prioritizing whole foods instead of the processed stuff where it's so easy to snack on Doritos, rack up the calories. Because with those things, there's no off switch. They're designed to be addicting. That's how these food companies design them. When you start switching to the whole foods, you're going to just naturally be in a caloric deficit at the start. Mm-hmm. From there, you're going to have to diet if you want to, get fucking shredded. Yeah. Like you have to dial it in. Mm-hmm. And that's also what I do now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think
clients.
I've seen a little bit of your content with that. So
yeah, I don't know if I would count that as content creation. Obviously, the content creation plays into, my one-on-one coaching business. But that's what I do with clients. Mm-hmm. It's essentially, get clients like super lean. I try to do a full holistic approach to their health. So mentally, fix their energy levels, physically, get them in good shape. And then like some people really want to dial in the biohacking, really dial in themselves spiritually with like a proper routine. Also, a lot of them travel a shit ton. Mm-hmm. So the proper travel protocols that I've learned with traveling so much and trying to, maintain my health at the same time.
So that's like your main revenue driver, would you say?
With one thing about content is I got to get a different account to keep track of it. Because, man, like for me at this point, like I'm a full-time content creator at this point.
Yeah.
I would call myself a full-time content creator. But like, I do have the one-on-one coaching business. I don't know if you count that as a content creator, but I would. And in, Gen Z terms, you would. So
I think 100%.
Yeah. So my different income sources, it's so hard to keep track. Yeah. Like everything, it's so, I got to figure out a system to keep track.
Do you not use like QuickBooks or anything?
No, I do. But even then I'm kind of at the point where I just want to put all the money back into my, back into the business. Yeah. And it's kind of just like, it's so hard to keep. Also, one thing I started, you can make money on too is affiliate stuff.
Okay.
So many.
What, on like TikTok?
Like just in my link in bio, honestly, or a lot of products like I recommend to people.
Yeah. So your business.
And so like, dude, all those things too. That this isn't a huge component of like my salary, but like, even like that, like every single one of these companies that I have an affiliate code with, it's a different freaking platform. So every month I get deposits into my bank account. And I'm like, I don't even, and they're all with different LLC names and not the regular companies. I'm like, I don't know where this is coming from.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually I got a sandwich the other day on LBI and it was from Thick Boy LLC.
Oh yeah, when you look at your credit card.
Yeah.
So that's what, I'm getting shit like that in my bank account. I'm like, all right, there's no way for me to account. Like, I don't know how to do the accounting for this.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I need water, Odie.
All right. Let me dial with some electrolytes.
Dude, you think? Yeah. All right, explain to me what you're about to put in this.
Okay, so what camera should I look at also? What if I want to talk
That's
to
your camera.
My guy. Okay, so, most of you people, you're waking up with brain fog. You're waking up freaking, this should be an ad. I wish I had a fucking code to give.
Get them a code. Get them sponsored.
But, most people wake up, they have a freaking headache. They're like, I wake up with headaches. I'm so groggy, and they go to coffee. Bro, like, everyone is clinically dehydrated, and water doesn't hydrate you. When you sleep, you're losing sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, a bunch of stuff. You need salt-based electrolytes. Don't get the fucking liquid IV shit with a bunch of dextrose and stuff. Don't get the stuff with added sugar. Don't get Gatorade. Don't get Powerade. Get a clean salt-based electrolyte, bro. Or if you don't want to buy one of these that tastes good, you just have to sprinkle some real, not table salt, like real mineral salt, so like sea salt flakes, pink Himalayan salt, Celtic salt into your water. There we go.
That's actually preaching right there.
TikTok shop. I wish I had a freaking Santa Cruz. I should have gotten the Santa Cruz and we could have.
I actually got a funny.
Could have split the commission.
I know, right? Funny story on Santa Cruz not Santa Cruz TikTok shop. I put whey protein in my bio, and
okay, in your showcase.
Whatever it was, and this was like sophomore year, so 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and. The video did awesome. It did like 80,000 views. Mm-hmm. And I think I made $1,000 or almost $1,000 in TikTok shop money. Mm-hmm. And I was like taking it out every like 5 days or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, like my verification wasn't there. So like it kept saying like verify, verify, verify. I think it's because my last name didn't match up. So I had like $300 sitting in TikTok shop for ever since probably June.
It's still there.
June of 24. And I just pulled it out.
Oh, no way.
Like a week ago.
There you go. Cheers.
Yeah, I know. Cheers to that.
Cheers to Santa Cruz. Cheers to Brendan.
Yeah,
you're watching this.
This is fire.
It's good, right?
Mine's like sitting at the bottom a little bit. But
yeah.
You have seltzer. How does it taste in that?
Dude, I fuck with seltzer. Heavy and electrolytes. I fuck with seltzer.
So why has electrolytes just become a thing? Because I was an athlete my entire life. I still am.
That's a great
Why have I
question.
never heard of electrolytes until probably my freshman year of college?
Well, no, you have, because Gatorade has always been marketed as an electrolyte.
Yeah, but it wasn't real.
What do you mean it wasn't?
It didn't have magnesium or anything.
Wow, I didn't.
Hella sugar.
Yeah, just sugar, yeah.
Why? But why did it just come on the scene? Who brought it on the
I
scene?
mean, I don't know. It's a great question. I don't know the answer to that. Who brought it on the scene and made it so popular? I mean,
It must have been
I was an economics major at Harvard. As an economics major, it's a very low cost product to produce.
It is, yeah.
It's so low cost.
I think it must have been a Liquid IV or one of them.
Liquid
that
IV
brought
was
the
one
conversation.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Liquid IV jumped on that.
Because I remember my freshman year, we just got Liquid IVs, and then it was the new one, the LMNT.
LMNT's good.
Yeah, so that just came on the scene.
Yeah, I'm pro LMNT. I'm anti Liquid IV.
I mean, it's all about the sugar, right? It's like,
But even that, Liquid IV came out with a sugar-free one, but I haven't even looked at the ingredients. I don't even want to think about them. But I'm pretty sure their sugar-free one even just has like dextrose, a bunch of shit in it.
what's your opinion on Prime Energy and Prime
Bro.
drinks?
I'm
Prime
not-
electrolytes.
I'm not even looking at that, man.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
The kids love Prime.
Bro, no Prime. Bro.
Prime
Get off
tastes
the
good.
Prime, bro. I've never tried Prime. Never.
You got to try Prime.
No.
Do it before you die.
Okay.
We'll get you some Prime before you die.
Yeah.
All right, so going back to Harvard, what is the sitch with going out there and everything? Because we talked about your going out this year. What does like a Harvard weekend look like?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Have you ever seen The Social Network?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I know, like, what do they call them? Eating clubs?
Fine, that's Princeton, bro.
No, no,
That's not my Ivy, bro.
no. What? All right, wait. What do they call the like social clubs there? Is it frats?
That's what Neanderthals are in. Man. It's not very.
damn
Those are
it.
not classy, bro. Final clubs.
Final clubs.
Final clubs.
Is that for like finals, as in like academic finals? Like, why is it called?
Final clubs, not with an S. It's the name of them. It's these special little clubs. They're like, I don't know. They're very marketed as like secret society clubs, like from the outside, I guess. But it's not. They're very, very part of like Harvard's history. But if you've seen The Social Network, you saw like how they're shown there. They're like that a lot.
Was it a good scene going out there?
Good and bad. Like
Take me on like a night out on like a Friday.
Bro,
night.
like our parties were black tie affairs.
Oh wow.
Like we're black tie affair, bro. Like
No way.
Or suit or coat and tie.
Get out of here.
Yeah, bro. Most
You
of
didn't
the
wear a
event-
t-shirt.
No, bro. There was no. Yeah.
Even when you went to the bar, or is it just at the final?
Oh no, no,
clubs?
no. Yeah, bars were.
So, okay.
But sometimes, some of the nights it was like date event at Final Club, black tie affair. You're too lazy to go back to your dorm and change.
So you just go to the
pull up
bar.
to the you pull up to the bar with like there's tough kids there, and you're like
Yeah.
looking like a douche.
Tough
Harvard,
kids?
douche Harvard kid. Like
What about the MIT kids?
So
They
I
need to
actually
go.
I had two my freshman year. I had 2 times I went to MIT frats, but I never went to MIT after that.
All right. So what?
As a freshman, you can't join final clubs, and you can't get into final clubs even for the parties. So as a freshman guy, it's dark.
Wow.
Horrible time.
You can't go to the bars.
You can't go to the bars either because you're 18, and Boston is
Yeah, but they
very
don't
strict
have,
on
like,
fake
a-
IDs.
Oh wow.
Very strict. It's crazy. Impossible.
Jesus. All right. So give me like a night out your like junior senior year. What does it even look like? You have like the weekend off. Like, is it like even a good time there?
Yeah, no. I mean, it's still a fun time.
You
It's
were
still
a partier, I would say.
The one thing, all right, like for example, at Ridgewood High School, like all we needed was a basement, and it would be like, all we needed was a basement, 2 30s, and 2 bottles of Svedka, and it was the sickest time ever.
Yeah.
Like crazy stuff. And Harvard, I still had a lot of great memories. It was so cool, tons of interesting people, and like very interesting parties. Like I told you, like
Yeah.
I can tell you so many cool stories about like Punch. Like the shit's insane that we did there. But the one thing that was annoying sometimes is that, the final clubs are all these like super old mansions by Harvard. Mm-hmm. So super cool. It's like super cool houses that you get to party in, like in your 20s or you're 18 or 19,
Yeah.
and like and you're in a fucking coat, you're in a suit, or you're in like
It sounds a
a
little
tuxedo,
ridiculous to me.
and you get alcohol and their stuff. But like we were given those things at Harvard, and not every time there was an event there, it wasn't like amazing, which is weird. I was like, people expected at Harvard. I felt like sometimes people expected the good time to come to them instead of making it their own.
Okay.
And when I was comparing that to Ridgewood, what I mean
You
is
just
that
make anything a good time.
yeah, like we just need a fucking basement. We need a field. Like if there wasn't a bit, you just go pull up to a field and just get into some trouble.
Yeah.
So I was annoyed, like when I'd be like, bro, we have all this alcohol. We have like this huge like Gilded Age mansion.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what do you mean? Like it wasn't fun? Like we're just not. Let's just
Yeah.
get after it. My final club didn't allow. There are a lot of rules in each one. My final club didn't allow other Harvard men to enter the building. We had a courtyard that they could go there, but no other men were allowed to see the inside of the building.
Okay.
Girls were. So let's say, it's so we'd have date events. So every guy would bring a date, and there'd be a dinner. Like there'd be a chef. We'd have like these extravagant dinners. So Harvard, and then you'd bring the date, and they'd be very impressed.
Who's paying for all this?
Who's paying for all this? Alumni and us.
Wow. Okay.
Endowment funds, things like that.
Got it.
But no, we all have to pay dues.
Yeah. So it's like a kind of frat style.
Yeah. All the date events were black tie affairs.
Jesus.
So we're all in tuxedos. Like there's a 3-course dinner served, and then then the house turns into a party. There's bartenders. So it's very impressive for the date if if it's a random girl you're bringing or something. I had a girlfriend the whole time, so it's a good club to be in if you have a girlfriend because it's very fun for the girlfriend.
At the time, newly single
guy.
Hit him up.
Yeah. Maybe that night another club, the SPI. I was in the AD, so the SPI was a very Euro club.
Top 2.
Sorry, am I top 2?
Yeah.
I was top 2 for my time. Actually, it's top 1 when I was saying top 2, not 2.
Yeah,
AD, I'm top. But like the SPI, for example, every club had their own aesthetic.
Okay,
it's kind of funny.
I like.
So the SPI was a Euro club, so
okay.
They roll their own cigarettes.
No.
Very Europe and very Upper East Side. A lot of the Upper East Side kids were in there too.
Okay.
But this is the one JFK was in.
Oh wow. Yeah, you probably have some crazy alumni in these places.
Yeah, it's insane. But anyway, so at that club, maybe that club was throwing down after, and you'd hopefully. It was pretty hard to get into parties too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, everything was listed. Everything was listed, bro. We had I guess frats are like that too. But
no, this is crazy though.
You had to kind of be I have to, even if you were cool or you had a lot of friends, you had to be I gotta make sure my name's on this list. Otherwise I'm not getting in after if we go to that club for their big party or something. It's a mental thing. It's not easy to just you have to dial in the logistics.
I couldn't even imagine being a little freshman trying.
Bro, I was so scared. I was bro, this sucks. Especially after coming from Ridgewood.
Yeah.
As a senior year, it's so sick. And then I was yo, this sucks.
Because you can't. What are you gonna do? Show up in your suit and tie and be I'm here.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, you weren't getting into anything.
Wow, I'm sure that there's.
There's a lot of just dark days in dorms with your boys.
Yeah.
Kind of like this, just sharing something.
But this is alcohol. Imagine. I remember you telling me about the food at Harvard, and I think that was super interesting.
Yeah.
What was the food that you were eating there, and what was your kind of vendetta against what the American school system is serving?
Yeah, so the Harvard food was horrible, surprisingly enough. You'd think they have the biggest endowment. They have the biggest endowment at any school. You'd think they'd what
is it, $3 billion?
I think it's even more than that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think it grew the less since I left.
I'm actually gonna look that up. What is?
Yeah, look it up.
$53.2 billion.
Oh.
Largest endowment worldwide.
Yeah, bro.
According to the New York Times.
You got that paper, bro.
Shit.
Not spending any on food, bro. But anyway, so a lot of colleges in the U.S., unfortunately, it's the same food company that supplies U.S. prisons with the food.
It's insane.
Yeah. So a lot of the food there, a lot of seed oils, a lot of processed stuff. Yeah, it's just not good. You could obviously make some tweaks. It's not poison, but it was pretty bad.
Poison.
It's poison.
My freshman year at Stevens, I went into school probably 155. I left my freshman year touching 170 because of what is in the dining hall. Damn. And also it's just the access. You're just getting to the dining hall and you just have anything you want at your fingertips, and what they're serving doesn't fill you up. Like you said, the satiation is so important. Yeah. I literally remember going to the dining hall, and I try to stay away from there now, but I still go.
You still have another year. Fuck.
Yeah, but
the biggest thing I just looking back on it is that I was chronically fatigued my 4 years.
Yes, bro. Freshman year, you take the craziest naps. You're just
I'd be dude, anywhere other time, even when I'm with lack of sleep, even with partying, even when I would come back to Ridgewood and do the same exact routine, same exact foods. I guess not same exact foods because my mom was chefing up.
Yeah,
shout out mom.
Shout out my mom.
Bro, the amount of sleep I needed when I was on campus there, it was not cool. And my energy levels were horrible. Yeah. It was insane.
No, yeah, I literally remember every one of the freshmen would come back from the dining hall and just nap.
Yeah, dude. It's not normal.
I don't nap anymore, really.
Yeah.
Which is I low-key attribute it to food, and it's so funny just how much my eyes have become open kind of because of you.
Thanks, bro.
Because of that
I'm
video.
influencing.
I know. You're influencing. I mean, dude,
Let's go.
I feel like you're influencing to the max, though. Like, it's one thing to be like a motivational, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just like fuel, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in one day, then you're out the other. Whereas, like, the food idea can kind of stick with you forever.
Yeah.
And,
bro, we eat food. Like, this is what we have to, this body's what we exist in forever. And, like, you fuel it with every day with choices of what you put in your mouth. And, like, people think it's just like, oh, it's willy-nilly. Like, people don't think too much about it. But it's like, bro, like, this is, like, becoming part of your being.
I went to Spain for my fall,
I saw that.
junior year. And the food there, dude, I swear to God, the difference in the way it makes you feel. And, like, even just, like, what you're eating. Like, we would just go to the local cafe and you don't see, like, candy bars.
Yeah, bro.
Or, like, if you're going out, like, even the alcohol is just, like, better.
Yeah, dude.
And
Europe's dialed, man.
Europe's so much more dialed. I think it's getting a little worse. And, like,
For sure. There's still some mess ups.
it was funny because I was having this conversation with my friends the other day, and the obesity is different. It's a lot different. It's like you drink too much and you probably eat too much bread at dinner.
Yeah.
It's not like this morbid obese of the United States that you see, like, these people that are on your flights or, like, in the bus and they're just, like, they don't fit in their seat. Like, that doesn't exist in Europe. Like, I didn't see that once. Like, whereas when I came back, I take a subway, like, that next weekend, I'm like, holy shit, like, that woman is taking up 2 seats.
Yeah, bro.
Like, these are, like, creatures to Europeans.
Yeah. And, dude, movement's also a huge thing, bro.
Yes.
Like, you can be clapping that olive oil, you know, in Spain, but, everyone's walking so much.
Yeah, the city lifestyle.
The people don't realize how stagnant we are. And, like, people don't think walking, like, that's one thing I also telling clients, like, bro, like, walking is magical. Like, if you hit your 10K steps a day, and I don't want to, I don't like to focus too much on, like, the calories and stuff. But if you walk 10K,
it's important, though, because of what we're surrounded by.
Yeah. If you hit 10K steps a day, you burn 500 calories. You're burning 400 to 500 calories.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, bro. Like, that's a crazy thing you can just add into your schedule. Like, if you were, hypothetically, if you're like, I want to lose, a pound of fat a week. If you're adding in 10K steps a day, it's so much easier to reach those goals.
So would you say you're hitting 10K steps a day, or are you more than that?
No, I'm actually, you know what? I'm honestly not the best at the 10K steps thing. I spam it by running. That's how I get in. But on average, the weekly average, 10K steps a day.
Yeah, I think with, like, editing and stuff, it's probably a little harder.
What I do now, though, is I literally, because some of my editing's on my computer, but some of it's on my phone, I'll literally, like, walk and edit. Like, I make sure to try to move. Anytime I have to pick up the phone and talk, I walk.
Oh, I like that.
That's how I get
That's
it
something I should start doing.
Yeah. Or if there's, I honestly notice it's easier actually inside, unfortunately. I wish I could do it all outside, but, like, a kitchen island like that, like, I'll walk around it because it's easier to, like, in my peripheral to see it.
Yeah.
I'll literally just walk around the kitchen island and then edit on my phone.
Wow. There was a study, I forget how long ago it was, but I remember, because my mom has worked in the city her whole life, and she would always talk to me about, like, sitting is equivalent to a pack of cigarettes a day or something. Like, the amount of steps these people are getting that probably live in the city and then work their IB jobs and then just, like, walk home or whatever it is, and you get, like, 1,000 steps in a day.
Yeah.
It's actually insane. But, like, commuting, it helps, and probably walking around it.
And just conscious choices, bro. Like,
taking the stairs.
dude, take the fucking stairs. Like, if you're at the airport, like, you're about to sit on a flight for like X amount of hours, like, don't take the escalator things, bro. Like, you should be. That's another thing. And I know it's cliche, but, like, bro, like, be grateful. Like, you get to move your body. Like, some people can't do that.
That's not
like,
cliche.
take the fucking stairs.
I love that. I was thinking the other day of when is the last time I'm gonna run a full sprint. Like, I don't want that to be at, like, 35.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I don't think that my parents have, like, ran, like, a full, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, get on the line type sprint. That's such a
health span is important too. Like, being 70 and still feeling like you're 30. Yeah. Like, we have this thing where it's like, oh, I'm 40. I'm supposed to get this gut. I'm supposed to feel this energy go down. Like, no, you're not supposed to feel like that.
And, like, retiring to, like, be at the end of your health span is, like, the worst idea.
I think you're supposed to just be like this all day, like knitting and shit. Nah, bro.
Oh, God. Don't talk. With the comparison to Europe is, like, the driving. Yeah. Because, like, everyone's, like, in these close-quartered cities, so, like, they don't have their own
We got a lot of parking lots, bro.
Bro, it's actually insane. Like,
parking lots.
The amount of cars that we have and, like, how big they are compared to the European cars. I mean, you've been traveling a lot. Where have you been in these past couple months?
Bro, this year, this travel schedule has been, like, insane. But I'm probably gonna forget stuff. I'll tell you where I've been the last 4 months. I'll go through my. Can I go through my? Can I take my phone out?
No, you can't take your phone out.
I can't take my phone.
No, yeah, you can.
All right, I just gotta.
You gotta click the.
I gotta look at my Google Cal.
Are these 2 phones here?
2 phones. Business
Ladies, he has 2 phones.
business and pleasure, bro. Guess which one you're in.
Oh, that's a good question. Which one am I? I'm in business.
You know, you're in pleasure just because it's the old phone, but I actually need to add you to the business one because I don't look at the pleasure phone as much. Only late at night.
In your business phone, do you have like social media on that?
Yeah. This is for filming and stuff.
Okay, got it.
But bro, like, look how dialed my calendar is, bro. Like every second of the day is scheduled out.
This camera could definitely see it. If you
Middle or mine?
Show him. This one left. Jesus, man.
Yeah, so I schedule out the whole day, like from 7 a.m.
Yeah, because you were wondering, you're like, all right, what time should I come? I was like,
yeah.
I don't know.
You're
like
booked
6,
in here, bro.
6:30.
You're booked in. But we'll start with May. So the beginning of May, I was in Seoul, Korea.
Okay.
For like a week. Flew back to Charleston. Then I flew to Madrid. Flew back to Charleston.
Charleston is home to everyone.
That's exactly my home.
Sorry.
Then flew to New York City. New York City for a bit. Then flew to Washington, D.C. Then flew to Charleston. Then flew to Rio. Flew back to Charleston. Flew to Paris. Tbilisi, Georgia. Yerevan, Armenia. Back to Charleston. And then now I just went from Charleston to Florida to California to the Hamptons, and then yesterday I drove from the Hamptons to the hometown, Ridgewood, New Jersey.
How much is this of pleasure? How much is this fencing? What is going on here?
It's business, pleasure, family, and fencing.
Okay, yeah, family. I did see that in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you guys go again?
In Florida, my parents live in Florida now, bro. They
wow.
moved out of Ridgewood.
Oh, you don't have the house in Ridgewood.
No,
Where have you been staying?
I'm staying at the Cardews.
I was gonna say, like, how did you get here?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So you can tell them why you'll be late for dinner.
Yeah.
Have you been cooking for them?
I just chefed up for the mom to say thank you.
Did you?
I fucking whipped up a nice meal for her. It was sick.
I love that. I love that. All right, for this podcast, I think we're how long are we in? Over an hour. All right, let's do rapid fire questions.
Wow.
Rapid fire.
Did we hit everything you want to hit? Olympics? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you have anything else before we get into rapid fire?
Nah, we hit rapid fire. Hit me with the rapid fire. Let's go.
All right. First rapid fire. You can take like a couple sentences or whatever. Just like try to move on from them quickly.
I think I'm gonna be bad at this. Wait, now let's see.
It's not just about you. It's just like about it.
Yeah. It's like general questions.
All right. What would you say to somebody that wants to get started in content creation right now?
Oof. Consistency. Don't stop trying to find like the path of least resistance or think there's some quick formula.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, like you play lacrosse.
Yeah.
It's like someone's like, how do I get recruited to college to do lacrosse? Like teach me how to do it right now in this 1 minute, in this 1 hour, like recruiting call. It's like, bro, like it's a full system of like, I have a whole story of when I was 10 and I first started.
Yeah.
So many kids ask me about content creation, bro. So many kids in investment banking. I get DMs all the time asking me how to get out, how to start content creation.
Jesus. They think it's easy though.
I don't know if they think it's easy, but I just hate when people think like, all right, what's your system for creating your reels? What's your system for this? And like, I obviously have systems, but like, it's this huge learning process that I'm still learning. Like, there's everyone thinks there's some quick route to do, and it's not like that at all.
And every algorithm's different. Like we were going over it today.
Exactly, bro.
Intern Sanford and I, we had a spreadsheet of my top 5 videos from YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, and there was 2 videos that in the last 2 years that overlapped.
Yeah, it's insane.
And like there was like huge outliers, like 3 million on TikTok, like 20,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like the algorithm shit. Yeah, you're so right with that.
Yeah, I hate when people ask me that. They ask me the same question.
What would you say like your long story short is for your content journey? I don't think we like got into like why you started.
All right, so I had I went through that huge health metamorphosis where like I quit drinking, I fell down the rabbit hole of health and wellness, like completely changed my diet, started meditating, read some Buddhism books and shit. So completely knew Mitchell who was always the finance bro, frat star, drinking every weekend, whatever. But halfway through Olympic qualification, I hadn't qualified yet, but I was like, holy shit, I can't go back. But during the Olympics, there was a lot of content creators. Joey Sorts was one of them, who I now am friends with, which is amazing. It's so cool.
Sorted. I've seen that before.
Shout out Joey. Seriously. So like, first time I met him, I was like, you changed my life. But
I love
now
that.
we're boys, which is so sick. But
That is sick.
Joey Sorts was one of them. Paul Saladino, Alfie Gets Hard was another one. But I was seeing these guys and they were close to my age, and I was like, yeah, like I kind of want to start doing this. Like, am I crazy? I kind of want to start doing this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? If I qualify for the Olympics, I'm gonna post my first reel.
That makes it a little easier confidence wise too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of I kind of took the easy way out because then I was like, I'm posting for something.
I'm a fucking Olympic athlete. Yeah. Like I can do this for sure.
I posted my first reel. I'm lucky. Like it's not usually like this, but like my first reel got like 300,000 views.
Oh wow. Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, so that definitely helped a lot. It actually blew up late though.
Oh wow.
It was one of those weird things where it blew up like.
I don't get that.
It blew up like 20 days later.
I don't get that.
I used to get that. I don't get that anymore.
I don't get that at all. I think they've switched their.
Yeah, they switched the algo.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's how I started, and then after the Olympics, I was like, even after the Olympics, even after I quit my job, I wasn't sure if I wasn't going to do it full time. There's another 6-month story I could get into, but I would like, to be honest, in my brain, when I was like, I'm doing content full time, I'm going to do this, was in December. Yeah. I had obviously been posting a lot since then, but when I was like, you know what, this is it. Like where I fully felt it, December.
So you're kind of
right before I moved into the content house.
So you've been into it for a good amount of time now, like 7.
Yeah, like a year. I would say it's a year, like fully encompassing everything.
All right. How do you stay composed when the score is tight and the pressure's high in Olympic fencing?
So I mean, hopefully I'm in zone. I'm in the fucking zone. So
how do you get there?
Enjoying what you do.
Yeah.
The more practice, the more times you're in flow state, the easier it is to get into. But hopefully you're in flow state. If you're not in flow state, it's all about reframes, which I dialed in with a sports psych. So
yeah, this is all stuff I don't know what you're talking about.
So anyway, like you want to have mindsets that shift your motivations for stuff. So, if there's pressure, you hopefully have written down or told yourself, convince yourself like, oh fuck, like my fucking heart's beating out of my chest. My legs are tight. Like, holy shit, I feel like I'm going to die. Like,
yeah.
Like when those moments happen, it's like, holy shit, like most people don't get to feel this. This is sick.
Yeah.
Like, most people don't.
Pressure's a privilege.
It's cliche, but like seriously,
so
it's
true,
like,
though.
it's like when I was at the Olympics, it's like, I felt like I was going to die. I was like, holy crap, like this is so cool. Like no one ever gets to feel this.
No.
Like, no one ever gets to feel. No, not a lot of people in it get to be in an individual sport, and it's, man versus man, like dialed in that moment when it's 14-14, you go to 15 in fencing, 14-14, get to feel that. Or it's, oh my God, this pressure, like this fight or flight state, like this is what makes me more dialed in. Like this is going to heighten my senses. Like this is good. I feel like this.
I love that.
Thank God I feel like this.
That's so
it's all about reframes with stuff like that.
All right. Switching it up. What would you say your favorite cheat meal is? And why did you not like that word?
Because then you kind of make it into like some system for yourself.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, my cheat meal's on Fridays. Like that's not how I look at cheat meals. I look at a cheat meal or like veering off of my diet. And I don't like calling it a diet either. I just eat real food. But veering off my diet, I gear that more towards moments where it's like, all right, this experience is worth, from a cost benefit analysis, like this experience is worth the shitty feeling I might feel or the, technically the detriments to my health. So if I'm, with my family and my mom puts, some weird yeast or some shit in something, like I'm eating dinner with my family, I haven't seen them in a while, like I'm going to eat it. Or if like, we're going out to dinner, I'm going out with my family, we haven't seen in a while, and my mom or my dad picks like a Chinese spot, I know there's going to be freaking weird shit in there. I'm going to enjoy myself there. It's for the moment.
I feel like a lot of those times.
It's just, it's for the experience. It's like if it's for the experience or if you're traveling.
Have you had to say no a lot though?
Yeah. But it's, no, I mean, most people understand where I'm at this point. So it's kind of just like, nah, I'm not going to have that, guys. Like, I should have this.
Because you get like embarrassed. Like, I don't know. Do you ever get invited to the bar and just say no?
My lifestyle, my life has very much changed the last 6 months. So first off, I live with, other guys who do the same thing as me, who are like
not
super.
Saying we're
so
going
we don't,
out.
we do, bro. We don't go out. We don't go out to restaurants, bro. Like, we're just cooking all our meals and shit. Oh, I had a cheat meal yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So
I saw that on
one of
TikTok.
one of my roommates who's from Iowa, never been to Jersey.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, you're coming to Jersey. You're coming to my hometown. You're going to have a freaking Taylor ham, egg, and cheese with salt, pepper, ketchup, hash browns, and everything bagel. You're going to get a chicken panini, buff chick panini from Best of Everything. And you're going to get a buff chick on a round roll from Wilkes. Dude, I haven't had a buff chick on a round roll since senior year of high school.
I don't like those.
Yeah,
But
they're a staple. And for someone who hasn't been here, they're going to think they're gas. But I haven't had a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese in like 2 years, bro. So I was like, yeah, I'm having this.
Yeah.
I'm in my hometown. I'm not going to be here for a long ass time. I want to experience this with my boy who's never had one before. That's where I'm going to have that.
Yeah. I just feel like in college it's so different than where you're at because it's like
It's definitely different. Like
so
when I have conversations with college kids about this stuff, or like in my DMs, some kids ask for advice. I'm like, I can give you a lot of information, but to be honest, bro, like lock in with this stuff fully, like when you graduate.
yeah. I also just like
It's
love
okay.
like dancing and like music.
Yeah,
And
like,
that
go. You need to get it out of your system too, bro.
yeah.
Like I mean, I am happy and I am sad. Not sad, but like it is kind of bad. Like I definitely partied a lot and like a lot earlier than most people.
What is,
but
like-
I got it out of my system. Now I'm 24 and like I'm good. Like I'm
So
good.
what would you say like is a vice that you have?
I still drink times, dude. I'm low key like really bad. I'm honestly, and I don't want to call this advice, but like I love just sipping things too often, and I end up having coffee all the time, and even just having decaf because I'm just like,
You just like
or chewing ice. I'm way too fidgety. Or
yeah, I noticed that you liked the ice.
Yeah, bro, I love chewing it. And then I pick on my like that's.
I do that too a little bit.
I did. It's just I need to learn to meditate more. Like just like sit, just fucking
So like
sit, bro.
stimming.
Yeah, just like I don't need to. You gotta like not need the stimulation.
What is your screen time look like?
I don't scroll a lot.
You don't scroll a lot.
I don't scroll a lot.
That's what
My
I was
scroll time is pretty low, and it's honestly every time I'm scrolling, I'm dialing in to see like what's trending.
What's trending? Okay, yeah, that's fair. What's the hardest part of training that people might not realize? Like, what is something that someone would have no idea?
Training to be a fitness influencer, or training as an athlete.
Training as an athlete.
The amount of injuries that people get, and like no one understands how many Olympic athletes are injured, like during competition, during Olympic qualification system, and it's like it's not an excuse.
Yeah.
Like you can't use it as an excuse for anything, and you have to learn to manage it. And like most people don't understand that almost everyone's injured.
Wow. And it's a sport like fencing is crazy. I would expect that to be more.
Yeah,
Like
and I would say for fencing, and then even across a lot of sports, bro. Like I think everyone has like some crazy stagnant injury that they're dealing with. Most people.
How would you say you could balance your day-to-day life better for people that are out there? And how do you kind of do it? Because you have 3 things going on.
How do you balance health with a very busy lifestyle, like with work, travel? That's a good question. I'll tell you for myself. So I have a morning routine now. I never really had a strict morning routine, but for the last 2 months, I've had a very strict morning routine.
Yeah.
And and if I do it to a T,
Yeah.
I'm so much more locked in the rest of the day.
Really?
And there's another thing I do, like with my meals when I'm traveling, I'll be a lot more locked in the rest of the day if I time it properly. If you're eating shitty food and you're eating food like we talked about before with the spikes and stuff, it's a lot harder to be more disciplined, to stay healthy, and it's a lot harder to get your work done if you have all this brain fog and stuff.
Dude, the fucking reels just get me.
Scrolling.
Dude, scrolling just...
Bro, please, you got to wake up and not scroll. Are you telling me you wake up and scroll?
I wake up and scroll.
All right, everyone, please stop doing that. This is my how
Can you
about
give us some motivation, please? Like, what are we doing? I need help.
all right.
I have a problem with scrolling.
Life is so short, and you cannot be living it in your phone. And when you start the day like that, you're fucking up the rest of the day, bro. You're fucking up your dopamine too.
I know.
We're all in like this huge experiment of what these quick release dopamines and screen time is going to do to mental health in like 20 years. Not even for us. Like we're Gen Z. At least we grew up with like TV shows and stuff. But the kids who get handed these iPads at like 4, like who knows what's that's going to do long term when they're growing like that.
Oh, God.
But anyway, morning routine. You want to hear my morning routine?
You just scared the shit out of me.
Fuck.
I'm an iPad baby.
We're literally drug dealers.
We feed to it.
I'm literally drug dealers. All I do is try to figure out how to not get people to swipe. Just give them their dopamine as fast as possible.
Shout out to the algorithm.
Shout out Alga. Shout out Marky Mark. Anyway, you want to hear my morning routine? You want me to go back to what even was the original question? Motivation.
Yeah, we need motivation of why the hell should we not do that, and why.
All right, we're given a limited amount of time on Earth, and you can build systems. You can build systems for yourself to maximize every single day. Every day is an opportunity to get better. I know people have heard that 1,000 times, but you have a set amount of time here, and you can choose to make the most of the present moment or live in your phone. Anytime you have thoughts spent on the future, that gives you anxiety. So anytime you're freaking out about something a week from now, a year from now, what's going to be, or even if you think positively about the future and you spend too much time doing that, it's a waste of time. It's not real. It's the future. It's not real. Anytime you're thinking about the past and you're having regrets, like, oh, I should have done this. If I invested in Bitcoin, I would be this right now. And you romanticize about that, you're wasting your time. It's fake. It's the past and the future is not real. The only thing that's real right now is right here, bro. You and me here in this moment looking at each other.
The fact
you have to be as
myself caught in like thinking about like tomorrow.
Yeah, bro. But it's hard, and I'm not fucking perfect. I'm still learning. But like this is what matters, like right now, because this is the only thing that's real. It's substance. So the more you're able to live here, the better you will be at being happy. What we talked about at the beginning.
I like that.
Full circle.
Wow, full
Finding
circle.
purpose in your life, because this is what matters. It's being locked in the moment right now. And obviously that doesn't mean fuck off the future. Don't I feel go by logic. We go out to the bars and pretend it's our last night on earth.
Yeah.
You have to have some form of the balance in terms of planning ahead. Have delayed gratification, but you have to also be good at truly experiencing what's in front of you right now.
I feel like that's such a crazy thing for like somebody that's so calendar based and like goal oriented to say.
It's tough. I try to balance, my year-long plan with also just locking myself into this moment, because this is what's real. This is substance. Yeah. And that's the part of my morning routine is most of the day, to be honest, I'm freaking out. I'm so stressed right now. Like part of me is thinking about how much work I have to do after this podcast. I got to do a lot of editing. Part of my morning routine is just 10 minutes of meditation, bro.
Oh, wow.
Just 10 minutes. Mandatory, bro. And I swear to God, reality changes when you do that every morning.
And when do you first pick up that phone?
I have like 4-step morning routine. I can't pick up my phone unless I finish everything.
Okay.
But if there's sometimes I get out of bed and I quickly check the time, or I turn off the alarm.
Yeah. That's different than an hour.
Yeah, no, I fully stop the morning scrolls, bro.
Like I literally set some time for my scroll.
Wow. I will say here's one thing about it. I do get sometimes a quick 10-minute scroll time before bed.
Okay.
Which I have to fix. But I'm doing that with this on.
The 3, the red light.
Red light.
I like that.
So I'm doing all the scrolls with that, or with the blue light glasses on.
All right. I think that kind of wraps it.
Yep.
Mitchell Saron.
Thank you very much.
Where can they find you?
At Mitchell Saron across all platforms.
Oh, it's easy.
There you go.
Hey, wait.
LinkedIn.
And
Check my LinkedIn.
We have another one though now.
Oh, Mitchell Mux.
Mux.
You want to see a little more behind the scenes and a little more of true health content when I travel, a lot more talk directly to camera, less polished stuff. Mitchell Mux.
Thank you guys for watching the second episode of the Doobcast.
Yeah. This is dope. Thank you for having me. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Peace, brother.